Sunday. To all the fathers in the house, happy Father's Day. It's a special day. You know, women, the mothers have up to 6 days, but this is our one day of the year, so we must celebrate ourselves. So happy Father's Day to all the Father's Day, all the fathers in the house. All right, so welcome to today's meeting. Like we all know, we always have exciting meetings, and you're in for a blast once again today. So just want to welcome everyone, all our guests, and even new people who have just joined us. Welcome to the meeting. Please stay with us till the end, and I'm sure you enjoy every bit of it. Just a few ground rules before we kick off. As we know, this is a virtual meeting, so please let's just keep ourselves muted when we're not speaking. If you want to speak, please raise your hand and you'll be called on to speak. All right, so you'll be called up at the time you'll be able to speak. So I think we just go ahead right now. So I think we can take the national anthem. Toastmaster Mercy, are you going to play it, or do we just go ahead and just sing the anthem? Toastmaster Mercy?
Yeah, sorry, it's coming up now.
All right, thank you very much.
Okay, projecting.
Okay.
Is it the pledge or the anthem you want first?
The anthem first, please.
The anthem, okay.
Not sure we have sound.
Okay. Can you hear?
No, we can't actually.
Okay, hold on. Sorry. Advance. Can you hear now?
Yes, we can. Yes. Thank you.
I should project the national pledge, right?
Yes, please.
Okay. Over to you.
All right. So please, let's go ahead and recite the pledge. I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, loyal, and honest, to serve Nigeria with all my strength, to defend her unity and uphold her honor and glory. So help me God. So we would also be looking at the Toastmasters pledge promise as well. Okay, so I'll just read through this. Please, you can also read silently from your end. As a member of Toastmasters International and my club, I promise to attend club meetings regularly, to prepare all of my projects to the best of my ability, basing them on the Toastmasters education program, to prepare for and fulfill meeting assignments, to provide fellow members with helpful and constructive evaluations, to help the club maintain the positive, friendly environment necessary for all members to learn and grow, to serve my club as an officer when called upon to do so, to treat my fellow club members and our guests with respect and courtesy, to bring guests to the club meetings so they can see the benefits of Toastmaster membership offers, to adhere to the guidelines and rules for all Toastmasters educational and recognition programs, to act within Toastmasters core values of integrity, respect, service, excellence during the conduct of all Toastmasters activities. All right, thanks a lot, Toastmaster Mercy, for helping us display that. So without much ado, I want to introduce the Madam President. She came up not too long ago and she welcomed me very, very warmly to the meeting, and I would try to return the favor. Our president is Toastmaster Oluwatoyin Bolajoko. She's a professional corporate sales executive. She has 2 likes, food and books, very interesting likes there. And she is a quintessential speaker. She's someone who I look up to and respect. And really, with so much joy, I want to just welcome to the virtual podium, Madam President Toastmaster Oluwatoyin Banjoko. Please give her a virtual round of applause as she takes the virtual lectern. Thank you.
Good. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Tolu. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. And I respect your office as the Sergeant at Arms. We have missed you a lot. Good afternoon once again, fellow Toastmasters and our esteemed guests. It's so lovely to see everyone, or to hear everyone, and to see your photo icons, because some people's cameras are not on. Thank you so much for making it to our meeting today. It's always exciting having a gathering of leaders. Now, speaking about leadership, I'd like to tell every man in the house, Happy Father's Day. And I know you may be thinking, oh, but I'm not a father yet. I'd like you to know that there is a father in every man, whether you are a father yet or not, because God has placed in us the ability to be able to express that part of us. So happy Father's Day. I don't know if all the women can unmute and just chorus after me and tell all the men, hey, happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Like fathers used to say that Mother's Day is about 15 in the year. Well, I don't want to be biased, but I'll just say that we can't argue it. Mothers are actually stronger than fathers, but let's just leave it at that for today. It's not a debate. It's not up for discussion. It's just what it is. But I really want to appreciate all the men here for being so strong. Now, when you look at qualities of a father, you'll be surprised that what the qualities of a father are is alike with what the qualities of a leader is the same. You see things like is open-minded, he teaches his children the right things, he accepts, he spends quality time, he leads by example, he's supportive, he challenges, he teaches his children, he protects his family, he shows unconditional love. Now, this can be just brought into leadership because I believe that fatherhood is leadership. Fatherhood is about leading, and you do not necessarily need to have children. Same with motherhood. You do not necessarily need to have children before you are able to lead. That's why Toastmasters is the best place to be, because it puts in you that quality of a great leader, such that you are able to lead yourself, you're able to lead your family, you're able to lead your colleagues, and you're able to lead your home and the country at large. So I'm excited that we're here in this great institution, learning the qualities of a great leader, because those qualities are what we take back to our homes as fathers, as mothers, to our offices, as leaders, as bosses, to our various spheres of life. So I would like us to see Toastmasters as a place where you are able to learn transferable skills. Even these skills can be transferred to your children, to your colleagues. I've heard some Toastmasters say the moment I joined Toastmasters, my colleague at work began to ask me, oh, there's something so different about you. You are just so, your quality has increased. That's what Toastmaster does to you. It's a transformational journey. So I like to implore all members to please take their journey with utmost seriousness, because you would not lose from being a leader or being taught how to lead. And also to the guests, you can embrace this culture of leadership as well by becoming a full member of Toastmasters. We're going to tell you how towards the end of the meeting, but I'd just like to let everyone know that leadership is a quality that everybody needs. Everyone needs that quality. Everyone needs to groom and to sharpen that skill, because it's something that can be transferred anywhere else. And once you have this quality of a great leader, you can lead. That's the problem we're having right now in this country. We do not have people who have great leadership qualities. And that's why we are struggling so much with practically everything in Nigeria. But we are raising a new breed of leaders, of role models who people can look up to and who would take the challenge and say, whether I feel like it or not, I will do the right thing. Whether I like it or not, I will do the right thing and I will show up. So today I'm just charging everyone, please show up. Be whether you're a father or not, whether you're a mother or not, continue to show up, continue to embrace the qualities and the lessons of leadership, because it definitely will pay off. And you look back and thank God that you were trained in the right art. You know, just like training in martial arts, you may not need it at that moment, but when you are faced with the fights, what do? You automatically just put to work your lessons. The same way with leadership. You may necessarily not lead it now, but the moment you are put in that position where you have to take decisions that are critical to your family, to your environment, to your organization, you'll be sure glad that you had that training. So do not despise your days of being a Toastmaster. You are definitely learning life skills, and I look forward to seeing great leaders emerge from this place, just like we already have. Today's promises to be a packed program. We have a very, I don't know the right word to qualify her. She's a beautiful, amazing, and exceptional speaker. We have our guest in the house, we have our role players, and it promises to be an interesting, enlightening, and definitely a worthwhile meeting. Thank you so much to everyone who was again able to make the meeting today, despite the rain. I know rain has a way of making everything just feel slow, but thank you for making it, and thank you for coming in on time. And let's have a very, very great meeting. But before I go there, I'd like to hand over to the Toastmaster of the day. Yes, that's right, Toastmaster of the day. I'd like to read out the introduction of this very amazing young man and leader. Please give me a minute. Yes, sorry about that. All right. So the Toastmaster of the day is a veteran Toastmaster who joined Toastmasters in 2018. He's an assistant director with NAFDAC. I need to see you, sir. He is the WHO focal person on in vitro diagnostics, IVD in Nigeria. He loves reading, traveling, chess, and rhythm and blues. He upholds the Japanese philosophy, Kaizen, continuous improvement and never-ending development. His favorite quote is from the former president of America, Benjamin Franklin, and investment in knowledge pays the best interest, truly said. Please, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters and guests, permit me, with all humility and grace, to welcome to the virtual lectern our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster TM Nneoma. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you, Madam President. Can you hear me? Am I audible? Am I audible? I hope I'm very audible.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are. Yes, you
Yes,
are.
we can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay. All right. My cornucopia of thanks to you, Madam President, for that warm introduction of yours. Thank you very, very kindly. Let me start by, before I say anything, let me start by giving thumbs up and commendation to these amazing and powerful ladies. They are great, great leaders that I've come across in this while. I'm talking of Madam LEARNTOR herself, TM Mercy, and Madam President, TM Nneoma Effanga. These two ladies, they came They came to Ikeja Toastmasters and they took everywhere by storm. We've always seen Toastmasters come and go, but these two ladies have made impact, great and mighty impact. In fact, they've taken giant strides that those of us who are in the club have not even thought about. So kudos to you for this LEARNTOR Toastmasters Club. Once again, very good evening, good morning, and good afternoon to everyone joining in from any part of the world. Once again, welcome to LEARNTOR Toastmasters Club. And our meeting today promises to be a blast. It's not only going to be a blast, you're going to have a rave and a groove in today's meeting. As you all know, that Toastmasters Club was founded by a gentleman and a few of his friends, Ralph Smedley, on October 22, 1924. So it's going to almost a decade of Toastmasters now. And this very humble beginning has grown to become a global phenomenon. As I'm speaking to you right now, Toastmasters Club is about 196,000 clubs scattered in every nook and cranny of the world, and yet still counting. It has become the biggest and the largest communication and leadership club all over the world. So I welcome everyone to today's meeting. I recall a gentleman by the name Alvin Toffler, and he made this very powerful quote that has refused to leave me, that the biggest illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write, but those who refuse to learn, unlearn, and relearn. So anytime we're in a Toastmasters meeting, we are here to learn, unlearn, and relearn. Can we say it together, everyone? Just repeat after me. We are here to learn, unlearn, and relearn. Yes, actually, every Toastmasters and relearn. Thank you very kindly. Every Toastmasters meeting for me is a place where I come and recalibrate. Like Madam President has said, when you go outside as a Toastmaster, people see something very unique and special about you. You are just above the pack. You are ahead of the range when you go out to speak. When I do MC of shows, or when I have the lectern anywhere, people see a difference, and it's because of Toastmasters. So we come here, this is where I come and I recalibrate myself. I get more things and I go out to do exploits. So I believe it's the same for everyone this afternoon. We are going to have a very, very spiffing and coruscating meeting. We have a very, very special lady in our midst, and I'm looking forward very, very eagerly to her speaking to us, our guest speaker for the day. But as we move on, I'd like to just bring on the general evaluator. Every Toastmasters meeting is divided into 3 segments. You have the table topics, you have the prepared speeches, and of course the evaluation segment. One of our mantra in Toastmasters is that breakfast. Feedback is the breakfast of champions. So we evaluate virtually everything and all the things that happen in a Toastmasters meeting. And to take charge of this very important segment, it's a lady that I have mighty respect for. Her name is Elizabeth Nneoma Effanga. She will be our general evaluator for the day. She's also known as Queen of Smile. Queen of Smile. Please, can you turn on your camera if you're in the house? Let's see your smile. The Queen of Smile. Oh, wow, resplendent smile. Please kill me with your smile. Just kill me with your smiles. Nice one. So she's a customer relationship officer in the pharmaceutical industry. I'm sure we'll have a lot in common as a pharmacist. I like volunteering to help people, and she also likes to watch and play soccer. Only very few ladies I see like soccer, but that's very good. She's a big fan of Barcelona FC, full-time fan of Barcelona FC. Well done. Our primary focus for 2021 is to live intentional as she works on her personal development. Yes, of course, you all must be intentional in these times and seasons. Our favorite quote is, the world is full of good people, but if you can't find one, be one yourself, by Mother Teresa. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to, with a thunderous applause, let's welcome our general evaluator for the day, Toastmaster Elizabeth Nneoma Effanga, also known as the Queen of Smiles. Over to you, man.
Thank you very kindly, Toastmaster of the Day. Good afternoon, Toastmasters and guests. Please, am I being heard?
Loud and clear.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Good afternoon once again, everyone. Although I am an intending Toastmaster, but I have been given this responsibility today and I have accepted it. So my role today as the general evaluator, like the Toastmaster of the Day has said, in Toastmasters, one of the major things that is done is to evaluate and give feedback at the end of every meeting. So my role today is to feedback and evaluate, give us at the end of the meeting how we did, what we did well, and what we can do better. But I will not be doing this alone. I'll have a team that will be working with me. So please allow me introduce my team members to you while they tell us what they have to do today. First on my list for today as my team member is our accountant. Our accountant is Olatunji Ifeoluwa. She's a supply chain analyst. She likes baking and nature watching. Her primary focus for this year 2021 is self-development to be a better version of herself. And her favorite quote is, "What we think we become." Ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome our counselor for today, Olatunji Ifeoluwa.
Okay. Please confirm if you can hear me. Good afternoon.
Yes, we can.
Loud and clear.
Okay. Good afternoon, general evaluators, Toastmasters, and distinguished guests. Today, I'll be playing the role of the encounter. And as an encounter, I will take count of the use of filler words and crutch words. What are filler words? Filler words are words that do not add value to a conversation. They break a conversation and make it boring. They include words like like, okay, right, and you know. At the end of this section, I will give a report on how people have done. Thank you, my general evaluator.
Thank you, our counselor for the day. Next on my list is our timer. Our timer for today is Vivian Eko, an interior designer by profession. She likes health and books. And her primary focus for 2021 is to enjoy the moment, make mistakes quickly, and learn quickly. Her favorite quote is, "Life is an experiment." Our timer, you now have the floor.
Hello, everyone. Hi. Thank you for that warm introduction. My name is Vivian. I am going to be the timer for this session. I am sending you some flowers, by the way. And just to quickly go over the rules of the role of a timer. I'm going to be presenting a series of cards over the course of the session today. You will have a green card for the table topic session. And the table topic session is going to last for 2 minutes. The first card that will be presented is a green card, which is going to be for 1 minute, just to tell you to kindly start rounding up your impromptu speech. And then you would have a yellow card, which is also going to be a nice, okay, time is going now, please finish up your speech. And then you have a red card, which will be 30 seconds before the 2 minutes actually is over. If you go over the 2 minutes, you would unfortunately not be part of the poll of the impromptu speech that people would have to choose who the best speech giver was. And that's for the actual table topic session. And then for the speech of the day or the training that we're going to have, which is going to last between 20 to 30 minutes, I would also bring the timer, green, red, and yellow. The yellow card will come 25 minutes after this speech. The green card will be 20 minutes after the speech. And then the last, which is the red card, which means round up your session, will be at 30 minutes of the speech. That's all from me today. And thank you, everyone. I send sunshine.
Thank you, TM Vivian, and thanks for the sunshine. Thanks as well for the flowers. We now move to our grammarian for the day. Our grammarian for the day is equally the president of LEARNTOR Toastmasters, Oluwatoyin Bolajoku, a corporate sales executive. Her likes of food and books. Her primary focus for 2021 is the concept of being, growing character. And her favorite quote is, "To thyself be true" by Shakespeare. Madam President, the grammarian, you may now have the floor.
Thank you so much, our beautiful and amazing general evaluator. I love your smile, by the way. I think you have the best nickname, the Smile Lady. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, our word for the day. Before I introduce the word for the day, I'd like to introduce my role as a grammarian. My role as a grammarian is to introduce us to the word of the day, encourage its usage, and monitor its usage during the meeting. I'd also be looking out for the correct use of vocabulary, the correct use of English language, and also be on the lookout for incorrect use of English language. At the end of the meeting, I'll come give a report on the amount of time the word of the day was used, and also throw some light on some proper and improper usage of English. Today, our word for the day is nexus. Nexus. N-E-X-U-S, nexus. And it means the means of connection between things linked in series. The means of connection with things linked in series. Now, I'd like to give an example of the usage of the word. The nexus between leadership and being a member of Toastmasters is that Toastmasters is a place where leaders are made. You can also say that there is a great nexus in Toastmaster Elizabeth and smiling. There's a great nexus. There's a nexus between Toastmaster Elizabeth and smiling. She's linked to it. So the means of connection between things linked in series. Let's ensure that we use the word of the day generously in our speaking and our expressions. And I'll be back later to give a report. Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. Over to you.
Thank you, Madam President. I would also say that there is a great nexus between yourself and an example of good leadership. Thank you so much, Madam President. I have two roles to play next on my list, which one particular person would be taking. That would be the table topic evaluator and our listening evaluator. So I'm going to call upon the person all at once. For table topic evaluator today, his name is Boluwatife Bawo. He is a human resource personnel. He likes leadership and politics. And his primary goal for 2021 is all-round growth. His favorite quote is, "A man is measure of all things, of things that they are, and the things that they are not. And the things that they are not." Ladies and gentlemen, Toastmasters of the day and Toastmasters and guests, let's please make welcome our favorite topic evaluator, our listening evaluator, and my coach for today. You're welcome, Mr. Boluwatife.
Thank you very much, TM Intending Toastmaster Liz. My role today is that of the listening evaluator. You'll agree with me that one area we've not been paying so much attention to in our communication journey is active listening. most of the time we pay so much attention to what we say, but we really do not pay attention to what we hear. So today I will be looking out for interesting statements that will be made in the course of this meeting, and I'll take note of those statements. At the end of this meeting, I will come back to ask us about who said what in the course of the meeting. What this means is that you have to pay attention to every little detail that you will hear today, from the training to the role players to the table topics. Please pay rapt attention. I'd ask 5 questions and I would pick at random somebody to answer those questions. So please let us pay attention to the meeting, let us listen actively, and let us grow together, speaking and listening. The general evaluator.
Thank you so much, TM Bolu. We all had it. That's what my team and I will be doing at the end of the meeting. So we'll come back towards the end of the meeting to evaluate and tell you. Right now, we'll hand the platform over back to the Toastmaster of the day. The Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
All right. We can thank you. Yes, go ahead. Let's celebrate our brother with evaluator, general evaluator. Let's give it up. Well done.
Thank you, sir.
Let's give it up for her. We can thank you now, Madam General Evaluator, the Queen of Smile. And one thing I was particularly blown away was that you were smiling all through your presentation, and that really epitomizes the character in you. Thank you, ma. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, like as Mulani said, there's a nexus between Toastmasters and this popular quote by a very revered sage all the way from China by the name Buddha. And Buddha says that we must never stop learning because life itself never stops teaching. I think there's a nexus between those two quotes and Toastmasters. In Toastmasters, we always have something to learn. So it's been a great one out there, and we will be moving on straight to the business of the day after all those housekeeping and all the introductions. So we'll go straight into the business of the day, but that's to remind you again that upcoming is our speaker for the day, our own TM Nneoma Effanga, who will be demystifying. She's going to demystify everything that has to do with public speaking. I'm sure that she's already firing on all cylinders and she's just on the standby waiting to be called. But before that, we are going to take this first segment in the Toastmasters meeting, which is the table topics segment. It's a segment that you can be called upon to speak extemporaneously, and you're given any topic and you're asked to do justice to the topic within 2 minutes. Well, some people say that's the segment that is being dreaded, but I don't think anyone, as a public speaker, you're not to dread anything. We should be prepared always. There's a nexus between Toastmasters and Boy Scouts. For those of us who are men there, if you were a Boy Scout when you were in secondary school, you know that the motto of Boy Scout is be prepared. And that also has to do, goes for Toastmasters. You have to be prepared at any time. So you could be caught at any point to give a speech or to speak to the public. So that's what Table Topics Master does. It prepares you for public speaking impromptu. And to handle this very important segment is our, the sponsor of the club, the one and only Toastmaster Mercy Igbafe, Madam LEARNTOR herself. There can only be one LEARNTOR in the world. Any other LEARNTOR is a counterfeit. So, but let me start by introducing her bio. This bio is so long, very intimidating, very rich. Where do I start from? Madam LEARNTOR. So long. But let me just, please, just give me your ears. Mercy George-Igbafe is the founder of LEARNTOR.ng, a digital strategist, agile and data enthusiast, consulting in agile digital transformation training, focused on agile, Scrum. That's new on me, Scrum, Kanban, data analytics. This lady, everything, she's just everything. Which one is Kanban? Which one is Scrum? Data analytics, business analyst, and digital marketing. Mercy is an accredited professional Scrum Master, digital marketing professional, and consultant with years of expertise across the various sectors. She is a coach, a trainer, a mentor. She's driven and obsessed with an audacious goal of digitally upskilling 5,000 Nigerian agilists. Wow, 5,000. That's not a mean number. And digital marketing professionals by the end of 2021. What a very audacious goal. Well done. With keen focus on youth and women, she is a wife and mother of 6 adorable young ladies, and a grandma. She has a growing community of nearly 2,000 entrepreneurs and professionals. Ladies and gentlemen, with this kind of very loud and intimidating CV, I think we need to give a hand to this lady in our midst, this leader and achiever in our midst. So I'd like to bring up the Toastmaster, the tabletop Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Mercy Buffett. Look at me, man. Over to you.
Thank you so much. The nexus between Ikeja Toastmasters and LEARNTOR Toastmasters was Toastmaster I know. He was the one that welcomed me, my very first meeting, January 2019, where I had to deliver my first impromptu speech. Yeah. And today, the nexus between LEARNTOR Toastmasters meeting is Father's Day celebration. So I wish all the fathers in the house happy Father's Day. So I'd like to get the chat. If you are new to the club, just type N, because the purpose of impromptu speeches is more for the new members. I remember when I gave mine, it's 2 minutes, and today is just going to be around Father's Day celebration. Thank you, Karina. So Karina, are you able to unmute, and are you able to share your video so I can? Fantastic. Thank you so much. Akimbo, I appreciate you for your responses. Okay, Karina, can you do? Fantastic. Thank you.
Hi.
As you know, today's Nexus connecting our meeting is Father's Day. I heard my pastor say, oh, there's so many songs about the father. There's an American inventor and an engineer, Charles Catherine. He says, every father should remember one day a son will follow in his example and not his advice. Listening to that quote, what comes to mind? What can you make of that quote? That every father should remember one day a son will follow in his example and not his advice. You have 2 minutes to speak on this. Share your thoughts. I will celebrate Father's Day. Karina?
I thought it was not for new people. I'm new.
Yes, you said it's new. Yes, you have to speak for 2 minutes. Are you okay to do that? It's an impromptu speech.
So the nexus between the father and the son is parenting. And a father the son is the reflection of his father. And someday, somehow, you will bring a mini you and leave your footprints through your son. And I don't know if I've made any points what I said, but I think I want to stop here. Thank you.
We have 2 minutes. Just keep going.
We have 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Speak more.
Oh, I have to continue.
Yes, 2 minutes.
Okay, so how many more minutes do I have?
You still have maybe under 2 minutes, maybe 1 minute, 30 seconds.
Okay, so the nexus between the father and the son is parenting, and the son is a reflection of who the father truly is. And you, at the end of the day, you learn to leave the footprints of yourself through your son. For me, I hope I'm getting what I'm saying right. I wish I had a father who would have left so much more for me. And the little he has left for me, I'm able to put it back into the society, into the younger people. But I also believe that, I don't know what I'm saying again. I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm trying to try. Can I bow out? Is it okay to bow out?
You're very brave. So we appreciate you. I'm very excited that you used the word of the day twice. So I leave the evaluation to the topics evaluator. Thank you so much, Karina Israel, for stepping up. That's why it's called a table topic. It's the fun of it. Okay. Oh, Vivian, I beg your pardon. Okay, done. So Karina, thank you so much. I'm going to call another new person, still on Father's Days. Kosi, fantastic. Kosi, can you unmute? And can you share your video? Is it possible?
Oh my God, I was praying you won't see me. Busted. Okay.
Lentor's latest mommy. She was our mother for this particular cohort. Super proud that you're here. So
thank you.
I want you to speak from the perspective of a new mother in celebration of Father's Day. So the question to you is, how did you celebrate today or yesterday being Father's Day with your husband?
How did I celebrate? Oh, okay. So, well, the celebration for us started on Friday. So on Friday, my kids celebrated him in their school. So there was the Father's Day celebration, which he tried as much as possible to get permission from work to be there, because he knew how important it would be to them that he's there for them to celebrate him. So yeah, they celebrated him in their school. They were so excited. Even when they came back, they told me, you know, how everything went, how they played with the father, the games they played. It was a memorable day for them. I wasn't there anyway. Now, fast forward to today. I think I just made him like his special food, and unfortunately, he had to go to work. So he just left for work about 2 hours ago. So, but yeah, the little time we had earlier in the day, we were able to spend together as a family. I had to make the meal on time. So that was just how we celebrated. Yeah. I don't know if it's up to 2 minutes.
If it's up to, the timer would display the time. So you did well. Thank you for sharing your celebration of your husband with us. Thank you.
Yeah,
and now the fact that the nexus that connected him was a sacrifice he had to make to be in the school and spend time with the children. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
I think I still have like 5 more minutes. So I have Tobiloba, Oluwa Tobiloba. Can you be heard? Can you be seen? Would you like to take a jab at the table topics today? Hi, Toby.
Hello?
Toby, are you able to share your screen? Okay, can I call? Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much. Brilliant. Okay, a quick question. Are you a father?
No.
So you're still a father to be in the future, right? Now, I'll put you on the hot seat. What would you say to your future father, yourself, being a future father, whenever that time comes? How would you want to be celebrated? I'm not talking about today. We're speaking futuristically. How would you want to be celebrated as a father?
I want my children.
We can't hear you. You might need to project.
My network is not very good.
Okay.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. Hello. Okay, can I get another? Yes, Toby, we can hear you. Can I call George Nsude? George Nsude? Can I call on you for the table topics?
Hi, good afternoon. This is my
You know,
first time.
is your brilliant? That's what I love, actually. The fact that is your first time. So can you share your video?
Okay, I'm in the dark place right now.
Okay, so the same question, how would you celebrate your future self? Are you a father today?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Do a love letter to yourself in the future as a father. How would you celebrate yourself? And you have 2 minutes.
Okay. So okay, so I would sorry.
You're unable to say something? It's okay.
Not like I'm able to say something. I just I thought I was supposed to come today and listen to know how it's done, like, and get views on how to approach things like this. But right now, I don't know the pattern or the template, so that's why I am.
You're just supposed to send a love letter to yourself. You're supposed to speak, send a love letter to yourself in the future, how you would like to be celebrated when you become a father. So you speak for 2 minutes. So you're just speaking off the curb. There is no format to it.
Okay, now I understand. All right. I'll say there, George, bringing a great time on earth and have been able to accomplish certain things in your area of work and been able to impact the lives of others. So been a good job so far, and I hope to be more of that in our end lesson.
Vivian, you're a host already. George, we can barely hear what you said, but it's okay. I want to say thank you for giving it a try. And I'd like the final participant for today. Final. I'm going to call Toastmaster Chinyere Oranugo. Toastmaster Chinyere Oranugo. Hello, Toastmaster Chinyere.
Yes, please. Good evening.
Good evening. Can you share your video? Can you be my last table topic participant? Oh, Vivian. Okay.
I hope I can. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. How you doing? Okay, so
how you doing?
I want you to write a love letter to Toastmaster George when he becomes a father. And you have 2 minutes.
That is a beautiful one. Let me go for it. Dear Toastmaster John, you are a father to be celebrated. You've given so much of yourself to your children. You've given your time to your country. You deserve to be celebrated today and during this Father's Day. We love you and we want to say we appreciate all you've been doing and don't stop doing it. We are behind you. This is from Chinri.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for stepping up and speaking of the curb and making it fun. And
Madam, can we have one more topic?
Pardon?
Can we have one more? Can we have one more?
Okay. One more topic. Who can I call? Now I'm going to call. Can I try? Michael, thank you so much. I appreciate those that volunteer because that's the way to go. So Michael, can you unmute?
Yes, hi guys.
Hi, Michael. How you doing? Okay. Okay, so let's, can you share your video?
Enough for now. I'm not.
It's all right.
I just don't think join, so I'm not really prepared for this.
It's okay. So, are you a father?
Not at the moment.
But do you have sisters?
Absolutely.
Okay. How is your relationship of your sister with your dad? You know, often they say the father, it's all about the girls, right?
Yes.
How does that make you feel as a brother?
Well, I feel the family should be a bond. So irrespective of what a father feels to the daughter, or what a father feels for his son, that shouldn't be the essence of family. Family should be there to help themselves, to protect and provide for each other. My father, as a case study, was an amazing person. By the way, I lost my dad some 7 years ago, but the memory still remains in my heart. So he was an amazing person in that he leveraged on the opportunities or whatever he had around to bring up my sisters and myself, and that has formed or made them who they are in their different fields or in their different areas in life. He loved my sisters well, cared for them, but he did not give us less attention as the guys. As a matter of fact, he made us do things that seemed demeaning or things that were relayed or that were, you know, in Nigeria, we have some things made for the ladies, go to the kitchen and all that. He made us wash the dishes. He made us make the food, even for the ladies. So these practical, these things he did for us really formed the person I am now. And it will also form the kind of father I would be in the future. So I think there's a perfect nexus between how my father brought me up and what I want to be eventually when I become a father myself.
Wow. 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 Thank you.
Hope I didn't.
Hope
I didn't mess up, huh?
No, you didn't. Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, for actually making me take that last table topic, because that was really mesmerizing. I love the fact that you used the word of the day and the eulogy to your dad. May his soul rest in peace and the impact he's had on you.
Thank you.
Over to you, but before I exit the virtual lantern, I'd like to call on the timer to give us an update of how we performed.
We weren't the cards.
No, she was, I think she had a struggle. Most of them didn't speak up to 2 minutes. So timer, please, can you give us update while I sort the poll out? Vivian?
Hello, everyone. Yes, TMS is right. Not everyone spoke up to 2 minutes. And that's why you didn't actually see a lot of the cards. The only person who spoke more than 1 minute, 40 seconds was Michael, and everyone was less than that. I'm going to just put the information on the timeline on different speakers now in the chat. I apologize, I'm using my phone, and that's why it was a bit difficult to also share. Thanks.
And over to you, the general evaluator.
The Toastmaster of the day.
I beg your pardon, the Toastmaster of the day.
Okay. Thank you once again, Madam LEARNTOR, our table topic master of the day. Definitely, you have. I want to thank you. Appreciate the choice of your topics for the day, which is very, very relatable, because today is Father's Day, and thank you for celebrating all the fathers in the house. We appreciate you for that. I like the way you handled all the topics with a lot of tact and dexterity. That can only come from a lady like you. Thank you very, very kindly. So, can we see the time so that we know who and who is eligible for voting? Madam Timer.
I think she said they all qualified there.
Okay, we have everyone speaking for up to 1 minute. Madam Timer.
Toastmaster Vivian.
I'm sharing the information in the chat now. As I said, I was using my phone. That's why it's been a bit difficult showing this. So I'm putting in the group chat. Thanks.
Okay, but did everyone speak for up to 1 minute? 1 minute.
Yes, we have. So we have a few people who spoke more than 1 minute.
Okay, but everyone spoke for 1 minute minimum.
Not everyone, except for one person who spoke for 30 seconds.
Okay, who is that one person that did not speak for 1 minute?
TM Chinyere did not speak up to 1 minute, and I believe the Chinyere, TM Karina, TM Kosiso, and intending Toastmaster TM Michael spoke over 1 minute. So that's the information.
Okay. According to Toastmasters guidelines, for table topics, we must speak for a minimum of 1 minute and a maximum of 2 minutes, 15 seconds. So if you have anyone short of 1 minute, that means that person will not be eligible to vote. Madam LEARNTOR, can we give a waiver on this so that everyone can be voted for?
I think I've taken them out, the two intending Toastmaster George and Toastmaster Chinyere. So we have 3 people that are qualified. Can I put the poll up?
Yes, please do.
Okay. Launching the poll now.
All right, so please, the polls are up quickly. Cast the poll.
Toastmaster Mercy, unfortunately, I'm not able to vote. I don't know, it says hosts cannot vote.
It's not responding.
Because you're a
yeah, if you're a co-host, you can't vote.
16 hours.
Yeah, because you're a
host and panelists cannot vote. That's the message I'm getting.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, I believe we are done with our voting, and so we can now the next thing on the agenda is for us to have a 5-minute networking break. And what we usually do, Toastmasters, is to at least meet one new person, get to know them, get to know about their world, and when we come back, I might just be spotlighting 1 or 2 people to tell us who and who they've met. It's actually a time for us to connect, nexus within each other and see what's beyond just Toastmasters, what benefit in terms of professionalism and all that we can gain from each other. So, Madam Tawa, we'll have 5 minutes break and we'll come back at exactly 4:06. So enjoy your break. Thank you.
Toastmaster Mercy, are there breakout rooms?
No, we're supposed to get to know some people that are new while there's a break. It's for networking purposes. So
Okay.
Toastmaster Karina, let's network via the chat. Those that want to speak, you're more than welcome to do so. So that's our 5 minutes. There'll be breakout room at the end of the meeting.
You can unmute yourself and introduce yourself. Tell us about yourself within the 5 minutes. Let's get to know you.
Mr. President, do you want to anchor this and spotlight some new members? Oh, okay. She's already ahead.
And so I think we can spotlight 1 or 2 people within the 5 minutes.
So, Sister Karina, do you want to tell us about yourself?
How did I know I was going to be called? I knew it.
Your name
I was
name
told
is
in my
very
spirit.
lovely, so it makes sense that your name should be called. It sounds very sweet in the mouth.
Thank you. Good evening. My name is Karina Wolo Israel, but I like to be called Karina Israel. I am a broadcast journalist. I work for radio and television. I'm an editor as well, a producer for Silver Bets in Port Harcourt. I've been trying to, I'm actually switching my profession to public relations and corporate communications. So I'm doing a whole lot of upskilling, and I'm moving to Lagos. I'm tired of Port Harcourt. I'm moving to Lagos.
Welcome to Lagos. Welcome to Lagos. Be ready for hold up for traffic.
Oh no, it's okay. We are facing traffic already in Port Harcourt because the governor is building 12 overhead bridges at the same time. So imagine the traffic, no access, no exit routes, no exit routes rather. So we're having that problems. So I'll get used to it, I'm sure. And I don't know, I've been trying to be a Toastmaster for a while. And because I do quite a number of compare jobs in Port Harcourt. And I think that being the Toastmaster will only help increase my vocabulary bank, increase my presentation. And like I was said it at the beginning of the meeting by the president, I'm sure to make me a better person, a better leader where I find myself. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. But you came from the comms, right?
Yes, I did. I came from the comms.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for responding.
Thank you more.
Okay. How many more minutes do we have, timer?
We have 1 minute, 1 minute left.
Oh.
President, do you want to do the honors? The next.
Okay, I was just carried away by intending Toastmaster Karina's introduction. I would love to see you in Lagos, intending Toastmaster Karina. You are a very delightful person to watch. Okay, I like
thank you.
Yes, I like, who is a new person as well? Yeah, I like the person called Feisheton Ijimakinwa to please introduce his or herself. Feisheton.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Feisheton Ijimakinwa. I hope you can all hear me.
Yeah.
Yes, we can.
Yeah. It's my pleasure being here this evening. I've always, at different times in life, maybe in the last 10 years or so, 7 years, I've had engagements with a couple of Toastmasters here and there. And I've always wanted to just, I've been curious to find out what the organization is all about. I strongly believe that anything that will put an icing on my communication skills and proficiency will always be welcome. So when I got the opportunity or the invitation, I took it up. And I was almost forgetting that the meeting was going to hold, but I just went back to the page where I picked up the information. I just saw that, oh, the meeting was starting. And I think it's interesting. I love the structure. I love the sense of organization and everybody knowing what to do. It just gives me that it's not just your run-of-the-mill organization, it's one that is very interesting. I'm a researcher in the University of Ibadan, and I'm actually doing my PhD as well. And I'm one of those that you call bookworms. I've always been a communications person. I've been on TV, I've been on radio, I've done publishing, I've done newspaper, and I went back to the desk. I did corporate affairs, public communication, but basically right now, I've veered into another aspect, and I just want to be a researcher. My son will tell me, do you want to be a lecturer? Not necessarily. It's just my quest for knowledge. And I write a brand column in Business Day for the weekend. I appear as regular public affairs analyst on radio and television in Lagos and online or wherever I need to be there physically. Basically, I just enjoy communication. It's always what I've always wanted to do. One of the things that I'm very comfortable behind the mic in front of the crowd. And for me, it flows in my blood. It's something I enjoy. I'm a father. Interesting, the way the program has been said so far is bringing tears to my eyes because I'm away from my family. And so all I've been able to do is just be in touch with them via the phone. My son is writing JAMB tomorrow. And one of the interesting things he asked me this afternoon is, and that is a nexus between being at home and celebrating. So I was very impressed when the word came up as the word for today. And basically, I just strongly believe because the quote that was given is something that's very interesting for me. It's very profound. He says that talk is cheap. Action is the most important thing. The people behind us coming after us will reflect what they see us do and not necessarily what they hear us say. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Intending Toastmaster Feyi. That was amazing. Thank you. And I wish your son the best of luck in his examination tomorrow. Indeed, you are a great father. Thank you so much. We look forward to having you on board. Thank you, Toastmaster Mercy, for giving me the opportunity. Over to you, the Toastmaster of the day, sir.
All right. So thank you to all our respondents. Once again, welcome everyone to LEARNTOR Toastmasters Club, all our friends, guests, or well wishers. So we resume our meeting very swiftly, and I want to say that we have come to the highlight of today's meeting. This is one portion that I've been eagerly looking forward to, and that's the club trainer. And this is one beauty of Toastmasters in the sense that you are allowed to design your meetings in a way that will be most beneficial. You may not actually find this in all clubs, but to find mentors doing this is really commendable. So we have a club trainer today. She's one lady that I have tremendous respect and admiration for. We have met on several platforms, and anytime she speaks, she wows and dazzles our audience. Our trainer today, ladies and gentlemen, is none other than a delectable and stylish TM Nneoma Effanga. Please let's put our hands together for TM Nneoma Effanga. So I will not let the card out of the back, but I will just give you a bio very quickly so that she can take the light time. TM Nneoma Effanga is an image, beauty, and behavior consultant. who uses her inside-out transformational experience and expertise in the area of appearance, behavior, and communication to upscale individuals and corporate organizations as they find their unique expression through grooming, with a critical commitment to use their human essence and dignity to not only accomplish their personal aspirations and dreams, but to secure same for others. Thank you for doing that. She joined Toastmasters in November 2017 and is a member of BSN Toastmasters Club. That's also a club that I belong to. So she's somebody that I know very well, and I've seen her different fora. She's attained the Competent Communicator Award and has won Best Speaker and Best Evaluator several times in her club. She is presently the Vice President, Public Relations, we call VPPRO at BSN Toastmasters Club, and the Area 45 Public Relations Manager. Nneoma loves traveling. I think she's just said she's been to South Africa and fine dining. Her favorite quote is, "No amount of makeup, yes, can mask an ugly art." The first time I will hear this quote was from TM Nneoma by Kevin Ocon. No amount of makeup can mask an ugly art. And it has become like a signature quote on our pages. Ladies and gentlemen, please let's make with a very resounding applause this wonderful, delectable lady. This always said that beauty and brains combined. She's an epitome of beauty, not just that she's beautiful, but she's got brains as well. Please let's make her very welcome TM Nneoma, speaker for the day, TM Nneoma Effanga. Please let's celebrate her. TM Nneoma Effanga.
Thank you. Thank you very kindly. The Toastmaster of the day, Dr. Stephen Aino. I truly appreciate you, sir. Thank you for your very kind introduction today. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, LEARNTOR Toastmasters Club, for inviting me. I'm truly appreciative of you. Good afternoon, guests and fellow Toastmasters. It's yet another opportunity to learn, to unlearn and relearn things that continue to inspire us to be great. All right, so I would quickly dive into my time. Right now, I am speaking on, I'm speaking on the myth called public speaking. Now, I'm sure our guests have had moments where they found themselves invited to speak, and it's like, oh my goodness, there's so much fear about public speaking. It's almost like a myth. So I have a myth about public speaking, and let me share that. Long, long ago, there lived a man called public speaking who said to himself, one day I must speak so that others will listen. And he did, and they listened. The end. I'm sure somebody will be wondering, what kind of myth is that? But hey, like they say, or like John Vage said, that myth, after all, is a never-ending story. And in my opinion, public speaking is your own never-ending story about learning the art of speaking, learning how to convey your message, learning how to inspire and influence people. Public speaking, or another name for it is oratory or oration, is the act of speaking face to face with a live audience. In this day and age of the pandemic, we have the live virtual audience. So public speaking is an act of speaking face to face with any live audience, whether physical or virtual. But today's expression of public speaking is about the myth surrounding public speaking. Why is it that people are afraid to speak? They say that the two greatest fears is the fear of falling and the fear of speaking. Being able to speak is not about all the oration that you can deliver on a speech. It's about being able to accomplish particular purposes of informing, persuading, or entertaining people. So I'm going to be sharing some myths about public speaking, and I want to use this opportunity to debunk every fear that you may have about public speaking. Because the truth of it is that anyone can speak if they learn to do so. The first myth I'll be sharing today is you must memorize your speech. Most of the time, a lot of people fear the fact that they have to memorize their speeches. And if you miss a word, I don't know if any one of us has been in that place where you sort of, in secondary school for me at the time when I had to cram a lot of pages and you miss one word. How did you feel when that happened? It's like the world comes crashing in on you. It's like everything you know just falls out of the world. Who is there with me that has ever had fear for speaking in public? It seems like everything you memorize must be in your head, but that is only a myth. It's not true. It is more effective when you understand the concept of what you are trying to say instead of memorizing everything. Because the moment you miss one thing, it seems that everything fades away. But if you remember your concept, even when things are not working the way you planned, you will definitely not lose your train of thought. The next myth is introductions aren't that important. It's important for you to share why you are doing what you're doing. Just like I said, that I am here to debunk every myth about public speaking. It helps people understand the relevance of what you're about to say. It helps them to understand your train of thought. The next myth is that great speakers have nerves of steel. Great speakers don't have nerves of steel. They only generate energy enough to heighten their awareness of their surroundings, so that when they're speaking, they're able to connect with their audience. It's not that they are super in any way. They're just being human. It's difficult enough already to speak in a virtual platform because you cannot connect with people the way you would have connected with them if you were having a physical meeting. But of course, there are always exceptions to the rule. With training, with patience, with time, with practice, you get more comfortable and you can also connect with anyone, whether physically or in the virtual space. So great speakers, they don't just have nerves of steel. They have trained themselves to generate energy from their audience by connecting with them. So if I have someone in the audience today who still has fears about public speaking and has created a myth about public speaking to be something so grandiose, so high up there that only a few strong and mighty can attain, then please, can I see your hands? Because I'm in that space. Oh yes, I have people in the house. Thank you so much. So together we are going to debunk this myth called public speaking. Yes, thank you so much. I see you all. Number 4 myth about public speaking is that podiums make speakers look powerful. Hello. Today, I don't have any podium in front of me, but I am speaking to you. It's not true that podiums make them look powerful. Podiums are only used by speakers to make them more comfortable. It forms a barrier between them and their audience because it helps them to feel more comfortable, especially when those gory eyes or those piercing eyes are looking straight at them. It's almost a very uncomfortable situation to find oneself. However, podiums don't make a speaker powerful. They only just make you more comfortable. And even today, as I do not have a podium in front of me, I still have learned to speak with great comfort. Myth number 5. The goal is to own the room, they say. That is only a myth. It is not true. Most times when you focus on owning a room, it detracts you from the lasting experience that you can share with your audience instead of creating a connection. It's not about being powerful or owning your space. It's about you connecting with what people feel. And in turn, they connect with what you're saying. I didn't become this person that I am today if I didn't learn step by step with every opportunity that I was given to share or to put my message out there. It wasn't about owning the room. It wasn't about appearing powerful or bold or like I know it all. No, it was all about connection, connecting with people with your message. The more you connect with people, the more they can receive your message and the more lasting the experience that you have with them. Myth number 6, it is best to stand still, they say. That's not entirely true because while pacing, it can be distracting. Also, when you stand still, it can also be distracting and equally undesirable. You must be able to train yourself to make significant and purposeful movements in such a way that it makes meaning. Every movement signifies something. When you move too much, you distract. When you don't move at all, you look stiff and uncomfortable and unapproachable. At the end of the day, people can't connect with what you're saying. Myth number 7, the venue has everything that you need. Unfortunately, that's also is untrue. Most times, like today, because of the pandemic situation going on, a lot of meetings have had to be expressed virtually. Now, expressing this message online has also made people to be creative. You have to be prepared. So even whether it's a physical meeting or an online meeting, the key things to look out for is that you are prepared at all times. Because guess what? Anything can happen. Let me share an experience that I had just yesterday at a meeting where I was speaking. The network, the day before, we had done all the preparation, right? And everything was tested. The screen sharing was tested. The slides were ready. Everything was okay. Network was spiffing up until the moment that the training began. In fact, it wasn't just about the training when it started. It was when it was my turn to speak. What happened? Suddenly I was logged off. I had tried to connect on 2 of my devices and nothing was working. One device couldn't connect, the other device couldn't connect. Finally, a third device connected, but unfortunately, every other 2 to 3 minutes, I was logged out of the training. Someone who wasn't prepared would have been completely caught off guard, destabilized, and not sure what to do. But guess what? Every time I was logged out of that training, I would try to log back on. And the moment I logged back on, I continued as if nothing happened. What made me do that? It was moments of preparation and finding myself in situations, preparing for the unforeseen, made me to be able to deliver in spite of my challenges for the day. The venue doesn't have everything that you need most times. So you must be prepared. You must call ahead of time. You must arrive early enough to test whatever it is that you need for your presentation. And if it's a virtual meeting, do a test run online. Test every equipment. Bring backups. Very, very important. Myth number 8. Everyone is interested in your content. The truth of it is that this is seldom true. It's not everybody that may be interested in public speaking today. But because of the way I am trying to connect with my audience, maybe 1 or 2 who were not initially interested might pick something that they can take away. If people are not interested in what you have to say, it's okay. Just concentrate on working to engage them with tidbits that will continue to inspire them. It may not be something that they were looking forward to, but at least they will go away with something new that they have learned. And if nothing else, even if they didn't learn anything, at least they won't forget your smile. Maya Angelou said something, and she said that people will forget what you said. People will never forget how you make them feel. I hope I'm inspiring someone today with my smile, even if you didn't want to hear anything I had to say today. Myth number 9. The more content you have, the more you look smarter. The unfortunate thing is that this is not true. When you have too much content, it can be too much for people to connect with. They will forget everything that you've said. It can be a hot mess, really. But if you aim at 3 things, 3 key concepts that you want to present them with and leave them with, then they are more likely to remember everything that you've said. Myth number 10. You've got to wow everyone. That's another myth, unfortunately. The fact is that wowing everyone detracts you from finding your own unique speaking mojo. Most times, people concentrate on wowing people that they forget to be authentic and original. I may not be the greatest speaker in the world. I may not have as much oratory skills as great speakers have, but there's something unique and original about how I deliver. And that is what makes you memorable in the minds of people. When you connect with your uniqueness, your original person, and you deliver consistently as that person, time and time again, people will begin to connect with you for being your true self. Being the best of yourself is the greatest outcome. So there you have it. 10 myths about public speaking.
I hope I've been able to debunk each and every one of them. You don't have to be the best speaker. You don't have to wow everyone. You don't have to memorize your speech or remember every single detail. You don't have to be a great speaker with nerves of steel. You don't need a podium to be able to speak well. You don't need to change your content just to look smarter than everyone else. You don't need to stand still. You don't need to be a photocopy. You just need to be yourself. Public speaking is not about being the best speaker. It's about learning to convince. It's about learning to convince people, learning to inspire people, learning to influence people. It was Ross Smedley, the founder of Toastmasters Club, of which I'm a proud member of the BSN Toastmasters Club. And I proudly associate with the LEARNTOR Toastmasters Club today. It was Ross Smedley that introduced an international speaking organization called the Toastmasters International that has over 352,000 members all over the globe in 141 countries with more than 16,000 clubs, individual clubs in different continents of the world. That said, that let us share the benefits we have gained for ourselves with others. The more we share, the more we spread our message, and in this case, debunking the myths about public speaking, the more we empower others to take action. Public speaking is about inspiring people to take action, but it will take time, it will take patience, it will take much practice to become an effective public speaker who is into public speaking. I didn't become the person that I am today by folding my arms and imagining that it will happen in a flash. It took time, it took patience, it took practice. And with each opportunity that I get to speak, whether physically or virtually, I find out that I am inspired even more. I get better and better. Public speaking is a way to influence people. So I am encouraging you to debunk every myth that you knew before now about public speaking and gradually take that step to discover your unique and authentic self and also discover your message and begin to look for opportunities to deliver. Because you never know who you might just inspire to do the same. Thank you, the Toastmaster.
Wow, wow, wow. Please, let's give it up for our trainer today. All over the house, please, you can just mute yourself and give an ovation, a round of applause for us, our trainer today, TM Nneoma Effanga. Wow. TM Nneoma, I am really inspired, thoroughly inspired, motivated, and I'm fired up by this training this evening. Thank you very kindly. We cannot thank you enough. 10 different myths of public speaking. You have succeeded in demystifying everything tonight and giving us wings to fly. Everyone from here tonight, you can now go on and become a mighty public speaker. Like she said, public speaking is an art. It's an art and anyone can learn it. It's not an exclusivity of anybody. It's not exclusive to anyone. Anybody can become a public speaker. All you need to do is just prepare yourself and take it on like she is doing. Once again, we confess ourselves very grateful to you, TM Nneoma, for this wonderful training tonight. And I've written so much, I've taken down so much notes. I have all the 10 myths on my fingertips, and I'm going to continue to work at it to demystify it. Thank you very, very kindly. God bless you, TM Nneoma. I'm looking forward to hearing from you on another platform again. Thank you. Thank you. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, our time is really fast spent. So we'll move very swiftly to the evaluation segment, which is going to be the last segment for the day. As I bring on our general evaluator once more, TM Elizabeth Iwoha, the Queen of Smiles. Queen of Smiles, over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, and thank you to our trainer, TM Nneoma. It's always a delight watching you speak, Mer. I've always admired you. I remember coming for BSN Toastmasters meeting, and since then I've always admired how you speak. Thank you so much, Mer. We now move to our guest. Thank you. We now move to the evaluation for today's meeting. As we said earlier, after everything, we're going to be evaluating today's meeting. So I'll be calling up, without taking much of our time, I'll be calling up our table topic evaluator, TM Bolua, to give us his evaluation on the table topic. TM Bolua, are you with us?
Yes, please. Good afternoon, General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, and our esteemed guests. I mentioned earlier that I will come back, and now I am back. Today we had a couple of table topics today, and we had a number of persons respond to questions. As a table topics evaluator, it is my responsibility to look at these presentations, talk about how well we did, and the things we can do to make our subsequent presentations better. We started with intending Toastmaster Karina Israel, who was asked about a son following the example of his father. First, she came in pretty much surprised that she was called. She expressed that when she was speaking. Then she used the word of the day. She used nexus, which is quite commendable, seeing that it's her first time and getting the word of the day for the first time. She said, the father continues to live through the son. I found that to be quite philosophical. The father continues to live through the son. What things can she do better? I wrote here that a speech was too short. Eventually she continued, but there was a very long break in between when she stopped at first and then when she was encouraged to continue. So in subsequent speeches, I would love for you to just take it from top to bottom. We don't want breaks in between. We don't want you waiting for encouragement. I understand completely that this is your first time, and we'll forgive you today. Hopefully in subsequent meetings, you don't do that. Then you also said, I'm sorry, am I saying the right things? You asked questions about whether or not you were saying the right things. You are not supposed to do that. At the evaluation section, we can tell you if you were saying the right thing, but in the course of your speech, you're just supposed to deliver without asking questions about, oh, am I still on time? Oh, am I saying the right thing? So that's something that we need to take note of. You gave us a very good presentation. You stayed within the time and you used the word of the day. I'd like to see you give multiple topic speeches. And when you finally join the membership, I'd like to see you give your icebreaker speech. Our next respondent was intending Toastmaster Kosi. She was asked how she celebrated Father's Day with her husband, and she repeated the questions for starters. She wanted to understand it, which is a good thing. She gave chronological details of the events leading up to today. She talked about what happened on Friday, how the children had an event in school, and her husband had to take time off to be part of that event. Your husband is a great man, I must say. She also talked about the fact that he left for work today. I wish he didn't have to go to work so that you can have your husband all to yourself, but these are some of the sacrifices we make as fathers. She had a very clear voice. Her tone was very good. We could hear her all through, and her video was very clear. We could see her as well. One thing I noted, she did not want to speak at first. She also said she did not know if it was up to 2 minutes. I get it that this is the first time, but please, in subsequent meetings, don't tell us about the fact that you're not sure if you are up to the time or not. Just deliver your speech, and the timer will do her job, and the evaluator will do his job as well. In all, that was a good speech. I hope to see you give more speeches in the coming weeks. Toastmaster George gave us a presentation talking about how he would celebrate himself as a father. First, he gave us a feedback telling us that, oh, this is my first time. I didn't expect to be called. Well, that's something to think about for subsequent meetings, because when I don't know the rules very well and I'm not familiar with it, I may not be able to give the appropriate answer. That said, he gave himself a pat in the back in his letter, talked about how well he has done so far, and he praised himself. I would expect that other times you should have someone else praise you, but he had the serious work of praising himself, and he did a very good job at it. He said sorry. Same thing we noticed as a pattern in the speeches that we had in table topics today. We had respondents asking if they're saying the right things or they're on time, and I think that's not very good. At the beginning of the speech as well, you had a very long pause. You didn't know you were supposed to start until you were prompted again to start. I feel that you gave a good speech. I feel that with time, your speeches will get better when you understand the rules better. And I hope that in our next meeting, you'll be able to deliver a table topics speech. Now, we transited the question to another person, which is TM Nneoma, who was supposed to write a letter to TM George. I find this more appropriate. And she did give a very good presentation, even though I considered it to be too short, which the time I also confirmed. She wrote a letter that eulogized him. She said he deserves to be celebrated. It's a beautiful thing to know that you deserve to be celebrated, and that is something that she mentioned in her letter. She also said, we love you, keep doing what you're doing. This is good feedback. When somebody's doing something, you want to praise them, you let them know that they're doing something right, and they can continue doing that. So I'm going to say to TM Nneoma, I love your presentation, keep doing what you are doing. Then we had intending Toastmaster Michael. He did not act as though he was doing it for the first time. The quality of his voice is something I want to note. He also did talk about the family. He mentioned that the family should be a bond. The family should be a bond. He mentioned that members of the family should be there for each other. He eulogized his father. He talked about how his father leveraged and everything to bring his children up. He used a story, told us about things that happened in his past, and I think that's quite profound. He did not discriminate, that's his father, based on gender, and he talked about some of the things that his father made them do in the course of their growing up. Then he also used the word of the day. I think his presentation is a very good one. He did not use video. That's one thing I did not like about his presentation. I'm sure it's because it's impromptu, but in subsequent meetings, please try to be in a place where you can. Then, of course, he asked the same question every other person asked. Am I saying the right thing? I hope I didn't mess up these subsequent meetings. Conclusively, I'd like to say did well. and we can do better, and some evaluations will be taken to heart when we're giving our presentations in subsequent meetings, and we can have meetings. On this note, I'd like to hand over back the lecture to the general.
Thank you so kindly, table topic evaluator. Thanks for that feedback. We now invite our counter for the day to tell us about the filler words that we have used today, intending Toastmaster Ifeoluwa Olatunji. Please. Counter, are you there? Intended Toastmaster Ifeoluwa, are you with us?
Thank you, General Evaluator. So, yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hello? Yes, my General Evaluator. I'll start with the table topic evaluation. That's for intending Toastmaster Karina. Intending Toastmaster Karina used the filler words 5 times. Then intending Toastmaster Kosi used the filler words 5 times also. Intending Toastmaster George used the filler word once. Then intending Toastmaster Chinere used the filler words twice. And intending Toastmaster Michael used the filler word 3 times. The Toastmaster Nneoma used the filler words just once. Over to you, my General Evaluator.
All right, thank you so much, counter. I'll still call on TM Boluatife, who would be our listening evaluator for today, so we can know if we have really listened to everything that has happened in this meeting. Let's test ourselves. TM Bolua.
Sir, please, hello, TM Bolua, please limit the questions to just 2 or 3. Our time is really...
All right, thank you very much, Toastmaster. I will do just that. So now I have to pick between 5 questions I have here, but this is fine. It's a challenge for me. I am very comfortable behind the mic in front of people. I am very comfortable behind the mic in front of people. Who said that? I'm going to pick Toastmaster Michael. Who said that?
The lady that gave the speech, I think that was one of the myths about public speaking, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, that's my statement. Oh, I could turn on my video right now. So, okay, thank you.
Oh, okay. Okay, you are wrong though. Toastmaster Karina, I'm very comfortable behind the mic in front of people. Who said that?
I was hoping you call me. I can't remember his name, but it was the intending Toastmaster from the researcher from University of Ibadan that said that.
Okay, his name is intending Toastmaster Feisheton Ijimakinwa. Thank you very much. Okay. You got it right. Thank you very much. All right, the next question. No amount of makeup can mask an ugly heart. Toastmaster Toluwa Lugo. No amount of makeup can mask an ugly heart.
Sorry, Toastmaster Boluatife.
Yes, I'll take the question again.
Yes.
No amount of makeup can mask a ugly. Is it an ugly heart or a ugly heart?
An ugly heart.
An ugly heart. Okay. Yeah.
I'm supposed to tell you. No idea, to be honest.
Okay. So
no idea.
Will Toastmaster Feyi Shetan help us with that question?
Yeah, that was said by Toastmaster Stephen Aino.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. So to the last one. He made us do seemingly demeaning things. He made us do seemingly demeaning things. Who said that? Toastmaster Adeola, would you like to help us? Is Toastmaster Adeola with us? Okay. Toastmaster George,
Okay.
he made us do seemingly demeaning things. Is Toastmaster Adeola with us?
Yes, I'm with you.
Oh, please. Okay, so I'd like you to answer the question.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't remember precisely who said that. I'm sorry. Sorry, I got carried away with things I was attending. Sorry.
All right. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Adeola. It's all right.
Thank you.
It's all right. Will Toastmaster George help us? He made us do seemingly demeaning things.
Sorry, I have no idea. Honestly.
Okay. Toastmaster, intending Toastmaster Lauren Tobiojo, are you there? Getting a response.
Someone's hand up. Someone's hand is up, however.
Oh, someone's
Maybe
hand
you
is
could
up.
just
Who's that,
call the
please?
person. Oh, yeah.
Oh, Toastmaster,
Yeah,
intending
Kosiso.
Toastmaster Kose. Do you want to help us?
Okay, yeah. So I remember Toastmaster Michael made mention of that. Yeah, he was the one that said it.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
This brings us to the end of the listening evaluation section. I'd like to hand over back the virtual lectern to the general evaluator.
Thank you so much, evaluator. Indeed, we had a lot of persons listening to how to people speaking while the meeting was on. Thank you. We now invite our grammarian for the day, our president, the LEARNTOR president, TM Nneoma Effanga. Madam President, you're welcome.
Okay, thank you very much. So I'd like to give a report on the word of the day and how it was used. I'll first of all like to say thank you to everyone who used the word of the day in their speeches or in their address to the House. Toastmaster Aina used the word of the day twice. Intending Toastmaster Karina used the word of the day twice. And intending Toastmaster Feyi used the word of the day once, while intending Toastmaster Mercy used the word of the day 4 times. So she wins the award for the most use of the word of the day. Thank you so much, everyone. I really enjoyed hearing all of us speak. I would have loved to give more details, but due to our time, I just like to limit it to just this report. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Madam President. Quickly, we move to our timer. TM Vivian, tell us how well we have fared with time today. TM Vivian. TM Vivian.
I think our
TM
network
Vivian, are you with us?
is crappy. Probably you can just go on.
Okay. Since we did not have TM Vivian here, I'll just go to the general evaluation for today's meeting. It's been an exciting meeting today, knowing we have a lot of guests around who participated. We had all the players coming in early. It's been a wonderful one. It's been a wonderful learning experience. Toastmasters meeting is always a good learning experience for me. However, what would I have loved us to do better in the meeting? I will start with the table topic. I would say that I think we used a lot of time on the table topic. It's best we use all guests around, but it's best we have a Toastmaster start off with the table topic to give the guests an idea of how they should follow or what they should do. If we had done that, we would have minimized time, our users of time here. So I would suggest that for next meeting, we have a Toastmaster and they can also know, like someone was asking what filler words are. That would help in understanding what these things are while they are giving their talk. I would also want us to make use of our camera while we're talking. It's always just like our trainer told us, it's always there's power in smiling. Don't mind me, I love to smile, but there's power in smiling. When we see you smile, we understand that you're here with us and you appreciate all that we are doing at the meeting. Generally, for me, it was a wonderful meeting. Thanks to all the players. And thank you to LEARNTOR Toastmasters for bringing out this initiative for an intending Toastmaster like me to have the opportunity to play this role. I would also recommend TM Nneoma, an intending Toastmaster, who took up the challenge to play this role and using this medium to encourage all guests here not to be shy in taking responsibilities. I am not yet a Toastmaster. I intend to be one, but I love challenges. I love, if you want to become a good public speaker, then you have to keep trying. So do not be shy to take up any responsibility when you're called upon. Thank you so much, and I hand the platform back to the Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Attending Toastmaster Elizabeth Woha. It's hard to believe that you're not a Toastmaster. If you told me you were not, I wouldn't have believed that you performed so creditably well. You need to quickly sign on and benefit the entire house with your gifts and talent. You really have it going on for you. Thank you very, very kindly. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have just spent 2 hours of my Father's Day profitably and gainfully. I don't know what else I've been doing about this time. I've really, really been blessed. Let me put that like that. I've been inspired and I've really enjoyed myself. It's really been a blast for me today's meeting. Thank you for having me here today, and I look forward to more engagements with the LEARNTOR family, LEARNTOR Toastmasters Club. So my time is done, ladies and gentlemen, and I'd like to leave you in the hands of the popular stage once more, and by the name Saint Jerome. So as I leave you with Saint Jerome's quote that it says, good, better, best. Never let it rest until your good becomes better and your better becomes best. Thank you, Madam President. Over to you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster. I know. Thank you. It's always a delight having you. It's always amazing seeing you take up roles graciously at whenever you're invited to. Thank you for being such a father. Thank you. You are a very good example of how a father should be. You carry all these qualities and wear them like a cap. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone, for such a wonderful meeting. I am sure you had fun, and I know that now you are convinced that public speaking is not just for some selected few. Anybody can be and should be able to speak publicly and gather their thoughts or portray their ideas to a number of people. Thank you so much to our guest speaker, Toastmaster Nneoma. It was amazing hearing you speak. I loved the fact that you debunked the popular myth that was in everyone's mind and you made it simpler. Now everyone knows that public speaking is actually something that can be learned. Thank you. Now, before I before we close, I'd like to call volunteers who would like to play roles in our next meeting. You can see Toastmaster, intended Toastmaster Elizabeth and intended Toastmaster Ifeoluwa. They did amazingly well because we were able to unhold them and just walk them through the rudiments of the roles they're about to play. So if you like to be like intended Toastmaster Elizabeth and Ife next week, you want to take up some roles, please fill the form just dropped in the chat box now for role players. Yes, please, that role players form. The link is just there. Just fill the form and you'll be taking on the rudiments of playing some roles that you like to play. You could even be the Toastmaster of the day, like Toastmaster Stephen. I know it's not rocket science. Now we know now that public speaking is not for a selected few. Absolutely. So you can fast track. Thank you, sir. You can fast track your growth process even as you are in this transition of becoming a member by signing up for roles, and will be available to ensure that you are well trained on what to do. Okay, I'd like also to please implore us to fill the attendance link just dropped in the chat box so that we can keep a track of those who attended today's meeting. And for the intending members, we just have a 1-minute form that you can fill so that we can give you all the information necessary into completing your membership. Now, I'd like to announce the table topics winner. I had fun and I really learned a lot listening to the table topic session. Some people did not even speak like they were new or intending members. They spoke like they've been speaking for years. So it was amazing. So now it's time for us to announce the winner of the table topic session. Drum roll, everyone. Yeah. So the winner of our table topic session, for today is, okay, please, can I have the results sent to me privately? Can I have the results of the table topic sent to me privately? All right, so while we're waiting for that, I'd like to call on the Vice President membership to address new members, although we'll have a breakout room for you after this meeting where we can speak to you. I'd just like to introduce the Vice President membership in person of Toastmaster Chinyere Oranugo. She will be joining us in a breakout room just for about 5 minutes after the meeting has closed so that we can answer your questions. You can ask us whatever you want to ask us regarding how to become a full-time member of the Toastmaster International Club. All right, back to the announcement of the table topics winner. And the winner of our table topic session for today is none other than intending Toastmaster Michael Newman. Intending Toastmaster Michael Newman is our winner for the table topic session.
Yay!
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yay. Just turn on your
Thank
camera.
you,
Let's see
everyone.
you.
Thank you.
Congratulations, you did amazingly well. You gave a captivating first-time speech. It was like you were prepared for it. Thank you so much. We hope you do more, and we can't wait to see you rock the stage as a full-time member of Toastmasters International, LEARNTOR Toastmasters for that matter.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We look forward. So please join us along with all new members or intending members. Please join us in the breakout room. I do not want to take most of our time. I would just like to also announce that please follow us on all our social media platforms. Some people were able to see our meeting on LinkedIn, some saw it on Instagram, some saw it on Facebook. So you can always follow us on all our social media platforms so that you can get updated information regarding our meeting on our programs. I'd like to announce that we'll be having a physical meeting in the month of July. Who is excited about that? Please jump your hands if you're excited about that. Yes, we'll be having a physical meeting in the third Sunday in July. That's about the venue will be communicated to us. Yes, I can see that the link to all our social media pages has been dropped. LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, Meetup. Please do well to follow us on those platforms. Thank you so much once again. I'd like to wish everyone a very fantastic week ahead, and I hope you enjoy leading just as much as I do. And when I talk about leadership, I'm not saying when you are a leader of a club. No, I mean enjoy being a better version of yourself. That is true leadership. Service to humanity and being a better version of yourself. Thank you for all the new members. Please meet us in the breakout room. Please drop in the chat box again, new member, or intending member, so that we can invite you to the breakout room and you can ask us every question that you like us to answer. Thank you to Toastmaster Nneoma. Thank you to all role players. You did fantastic. It was a nice meeting. I enjoyed it, and I love to see you more of it next time. Have a wonderful. Please, before we go, can we pose for a picture? Yes, we'll send the new members. Will send you a link for the breakout room. Please turn on your cameras for a picture. Yes, a picture. Yes, I can see everyone's beautiful and handsome faces. Intended Toastmaster Nkiru. Lovely to see you.
Karina, hold on.
Toastmaster Nneoma, thank you. Toastmaster Kosi, intended Toastmaster Kosi. So yeah, I can see you. Everybody's looking sharp. Are we
Send
ready?
us the picture.
Toastmaster Mercy? We will. Are we ready, Toastmaster Mercy?
Madam Lento.
Yes. Everybody smile. Picture taken?
Yeah, taken.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful. Please, the new members, let's just join the link for the breakout room now. Yes, they've all indicated in the chat. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Toastmaster.